Hello, this is Jim Szymanski, Director of Public Affairs for the Washington Retail Association, and our guest today is Terry HIckel, the Republican candidate for the State House of Representatives in the 30th District, including the city of Federal Way between Seattle and Tacoma. The Retail Association has endorsed Terry's candidacy for the House. She's a wife and mother of 2 daughters. She's the founder of an organization to promote youth leadership, former interim director of the Federal Way Chamber of Commerce, and a strong advocate for Federal Way schools. So Terry, thanks first of all for being here. We appreciate it very much.
Well, thanks for coming to my city.
Let's start with the basics. Tell us why you're running for state representative.
Well, I've been here for a long time. I actually was born in Puyallup and raised down there, but I'm a South Puget Sound person. I've worked hard in Federal Way for 15 years as the executive director of Advancing Leadership, a program that was developed in the Chamber of Commerce. The goal was really to introduce people to community and all the important aspects of community. So it's important that we have a strong business, economic vitality in a community. It's important to have a strong education system, a responsive government, and all of those things matter. So I was just entrenched in that for 15 years. Over 800 people went through my program, and through that work I got to know the important issues and the important people and how to get involved. And it's just a natural step for me now to step up and run for this office.
So as you've been assessing this district, the 30th District, it's a swing district, kind of independent thinking folks, can't really predict how they're going to vote. What are the main district issues that you've decided must be addressed?
Well, it's pretty multiple. First of all, our business climate, we need to support it. We have a lot of small businesses in our community and they operate on small margins. So we've got to be really careful about mandates and taxes and things like that, because we want to make sure we provide jobs for people. Ideally, I'd love to see our business community really thrive so people don't have to drive north and south, which a bulk of our community does. So transportation and congestion is important for our community, just so we can get people to their jobs and back home. So that's the other issue that's important. And then, of course, education. People want to move to communities with strong school districts. Corporations want to move to communities with strong educational systems and workforce. It's one of the top reasons to maintain your property values, to have a strong school district. And then every kid deserves to have a great education to kind of present them with opportunities and to help them move into their careers. So I've been involved in all of those. And
you started that foundation to promote youth leadership, and you've long been an advocate for the school system. I'm curious about what your assessment is about whether young people in Federal Way and in this district have sufficient opportunities to start a career.
I think our kids in Federal Way are amazing. We have over 100 languages, so it's a very diverse community, and every single student deserves to be the person they were meant to be. I didn't actually start the foundation. I moved into Advancing Leadership 2 years in, but we did start the high school program, so I'll take credit for that. That was a dozen years ago.
As a state representative, have you thought about, Terry, how you might be able to improve the job market for young people?
Well, that's incredibly important. I'm a little worried about the minimum wage stuff that's going on right now, just because businesses have to stay in business. I understand that. I had to meet payroll. I had to pay rent. And so with, additional costs and things like that, probably the first thing that they're going to have to do is cut their workforce or cut their job opportunity. It's those kids that aren't going to be able to, have those first-time jobs to help them prepare for the regular careers. They're going to be impacted. So, I'm worried about minimum wage. I would be open to a training wage if that were something that we needed to do to help those kids have access to jobs.
Now, in recent years, Federal Way has twice been the scene, I think this was last summer, of a new wave of crime known as flash mob robberies, where dozens of people, in some cases, descend on a store and take whatever they want without the store being able to defend itself. A bill to increase penalties for this type of crime has kind of languished in the state legislature. Would you support this legislation, and how would you work to get it passed?
I would absolutely support that. Again, when you have crimes like this that are organized, especially, through mobile media or whatever that is, where they can, basically go in and take whatever they want without any sort of consequence. I mean, that's just setting up a terrible precedent. So yeah, I would absolutely be paying attention to that and hope to minimize that or eliminate it.
Before we close, Terry, I wanted to ask if you could give our viewers an idea of where they can learn more about you and your campaign.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, my website, terryhickel.com, explains a lot about myself. I'm doorbelling every day, so if you're a voter in the district, I'll come to your door. My cell phone is everywhere, 253-261-4643. That's in my pocket. Call me. I've had a lot of people call me, and that's been just a blast. So I've enjoyed this experience so far. I'm a people person. I love people, and I'm ready to talk and listen and learn and be the kind of representative that helps everyone in our community, in our region.
Well, thanks, Terry, for being with us today. We very much appreciate it. And I invite our viewers to navigate around the website of the Retail Association to find other videos and podcasts as well. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Okay.